Have you ever wondered why some people rise quickly at work, get picked for big opportunities, and seem to have a special kind of influence, even when they're not the most experienced or the loudest in the room? It's not luck, it's not politics, and it's definitely not about doing just your job. There are three things your boss desperately wants from you, but will almost never say out loud. Master these three things, and you become the kind of professional every leader wants on their team: reliable, resourceful, and impossible to replace. Today, I'm going to break those three things down, show you exactly how they play out in real-life workplace situations, and help you decide which one you need to focus on first. And at the end, I'll give you a challenge that can change the way you work forever. Let's get into it. 1. Proactive problem solving. Let's start with one of the most powerful ways to stand out at work: being proactive. Picture this. Your team is under pressure. Deadlines are tight, expectations are high, everyone is rushing, reacting, and firefighting. Most people are simply waiting for problems to show up before dealing with them, but there's always that one person, the calm one, the one who somehow sees things before they happen. While everyone else is putting out fires, this person is preventing the fires in the first place. The truth is, it's not magic. It's proactive problem solving. Bosses love employees who think ahead because it eases their stress, reduces their workload, and improves team performance. Every leader wishes their team could be more proactive, but very few leaders know how to teach it or even how to properly ask for it, so they keep hoping someone on the team will naturally step into that space. Imagine this scenario. You're working on an important project that's due in a week. While reviewing the workflow, you notice a potential bottleneck, maybe a task that depends on someone who is often unavailable, or a step that usually takes longer than expected. Most people would ignore it and hope everything works out. But you highlight the issue early, suggest alternatives, or adjust timelines before it becomes a crisis. Instead of your boss discovering the problem at the last minute, at the worst possible moment, you've already seen it, flagged it, and offered a solution. That's proactive thinking. That's initiative. That's leadership. And that makes you unforgettable. This skill isn't about being perfect. It's about paying attention, anticipating challenges, and thinking like someone who cares about the bigger picture, not just your own tasks. Start simple. Every morning, ask yourself, what might go wrong today? How can I prevent it? What can I do now that will save time or stress later? The more you practice, the more natural proactive problem solving becomes, and once you master it, you start to stand out without even trying. 2. Clear and effective communication. The second thing your boss wants, but rarely says directly, is clear communication. Now, let's be honest, most communication in the workplace is messy. There are vague emails, incomplete updates, unnecessary meetings, and messages that answer nothing. Leaders deal with hundreds of these every week, so the person who communicates clearly becomes a breath of fresh air. And clarity isn't about sending long messages or over-explaining. It's not about sounding fancy. Clear communication is about saving time, reducing confusion, and offering value. Consider this example. You finish a task and send your boss a one-word update. Done. Now your boss has to ask follow-up questions. What were the results? Were there any issues? What's the next step? You've technically updated them, but you haven't communicated. Instead, you've added more work to their plate. And now imagine sending this instead. Task completed. Here's the result. No issues. For next steps, I recommend we do X and Y to keep the momentum going. One message, no back and forth, no guessing. Clean, simple, effective. It saves time, it builds trust, and it positions you as someone who knows what they're doing. When you communicate like this consistently, you stop being seen as just an employee. You become someone your boss relies on. So what should good communication look like? Be concise, be clear, provide context, highlight solutions, anticipate questions before they're asked. Leaders deeply appreciate this, but they hardly ever say it outright. They just quietly notice the people who make their work easier, and you want to be that person. 3. Reliability and consistency. The third thing leaders value, sometimes even more than talent, is reliability. Let me ask you this.
Who is your favorite colleague to work with? Chances are it's the person you can count on, not the flashiest, not the loudest, but the consistent one, the dependable one, the one who does what they say they will do. Bosses feel the same way. Every leader dreams of having team members who meet deadlines, keep their promises, show up prepared, don't need constant reminders. When you become that person, your value skyrockets instantly. Reliability builds trust, and trust opens doors. Opportunities don't always go to the smartest person in the room. They go to the person the leader trusts not to drop the ball. Think about it like this. If your boss had a major project with high stakes, who would they pick? The person who is brilliant sometimes, or the person who delivers consistently every time? Reliability is a quiet superpower. It doesn't get celebrated enough, but it is often the #1 quality leaders look for when choosing who to promote, who to mentor, and who to invest in. Make reliability part of your identity. Protect it. Build a reputation so strong that when someone mentions your name, the first thing people think is, you can count on them. That is how careers grow. Let's recap. Your 3 big takeaways. Before we close, here are the 3 things your boss desperately wants but rarely verbalizes. 1. Be proactive. Anticipate problems. Think ahead. Suggest solutions before things break. 2. Communicate clearly. Be concise and solution-focused. Save time. Don't create confusion. 3. Be reliable. Show up consistently. Deliver results. Build trust through your actions. If you master just these 3 things, you will transform your career, your reputation, and the way leaders see you. You won't need to chase opportunities. Opportunities will start chasing you. Now your turn. Which of these 3 qualities do you feel you need to work on the most? Being proactive, communicating clearly, or showing more consistency? Share your answer in the comments. Your reflection might help someone else who's struggling with the same thing. A final word and your invitation. If anything you heard today resonates with you, it means something important. You're exactly the kind of intentional professional we are building this community for. You care about growth, you care about excellence, you care about becoming the best version of yourself at work and beyond. We are building a community of intentional, high-value professionals who want to grow, evolve, and stand out in their careers. If that's you, then you belong here. Join us, engage with us, grow with us, because your career is too important to navigate alone.